welcome to Next Generation Saints. I'm your host, Nick Coons. So I got some really great stuff for you guys. Before we really get started on this podcast, I want to go ahead and remind everyone, if you really like this podcast or you enjoy listening to it, or other people do, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, Next Generation Saints, wherever you may be listening to podcasts around. I got some really good stuff for you today. So with that in mind, let's jump in. I'm going to try to block the sun a little bit as it comes in my window. So I found out recently there's a movie that is coming out from... it is a Christian movie called Nefarious. Now, nefarious in its very definition of word means evil. That's what it means. Now, what this movie is about, and it's actually, I found it over on IMDb, and people are talking a lot about this. I had to look this up. On Rotten Tomatoes, they will usually have where they talk about how different movies are, right? And they'll say like, oh, well, this movie's good, this movie's bad. So you have two different types of... on like Rotten Tomatoes, you have two different types of rating systems. One is critic reviews, where people are paid to go see the film and then they write a review about it. The second one is about user, or people like you and me, not paid people who sit there like a snotty little prick and do that. What it is somebody who goes, okay, I'm going to pay for a ticket, I'm going to watch it. Now, Rotten Tomatoes wrote about how this was a terrible movie, got very low reviews on it, but at a 90, I think it was like a 90, maybe 95% approval rating from critics. Nefarious, this movie is about a guy who is apparently on death row, and if you hear anything behind me, my neighbor is apparently working on his car. He hears about, this client, this person on death row, who is going to be executed very shortly. But this person is claimed to be demonically possessed, and therefore is insane and cannot be put to death because for a reason of insanity. So this person, this attorney or whatnot, is going in to find out what's really going on here. And that's the premise of the movie. Is this person really demonically possessed or not? I'm going to have the trailer on this podcast. Please go take a look at this movie, Nefarious, in theaters. I'm going to take a look here and see what it is. It looks like it is rated R, so you might want to keep an eye on that. I'm not necessarily seeing a day where it was released. It's going to be released, but that's why I'm looking really quick here. Yeah, there's no actual date as of yet that I can tell. It just says, "Speak of the Devil." So I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer for you guys really fast, and I'm going to go ahead and play a movie clip from there, and it really dives into what I was talking about earlier, and how wokeness, and about how equality, about how it covers hate speech, it covers all these hot political topics that come from the political left, and really shows what's going on here. So without further ado, the Nefarious trailer.
Hello? You should have accepted my offer, James.
Execution scheduled for 11 p.m. But he's trying to convince us he's gone insane.
And therefore incapable of being executed.
I need you to prove he's faking it.
Edward? Let me ask you some questions.
I'm not Edward. I'm a demon.
Demons aren't really a thing. What happened to Edward?
We own him.
We?
He's a master manipulator. You have your head so twisted around you think you're the killer, not him.
Then give me something to make me believe you. Prove to me you're a demon.
It's probably just a coincidence.
I want to talk to
The real
Edward.
Makes me do that. I can't stop him.
I need you to see something. You got a fan. Did the same thing with all his victims.
Help me!
I'm trying to, Edward, but you have to answer my questions. You have to tell me the truth.
It won't let me!
It can go away. It can go away. Yes?
No. think it's time we tell you exactly what it is that we'd like you to do.
As you can see, the film is incredibly interesting. I'm actually looking forward to watching this. I haven't actually seen it myself. But one of the things that gets me is when he says, you think, they're talking about it, and he talks about demon possession. He goes, I'm possessed by demons. He goes, that's not a real thing. It really shows in our Western society how we've taken the supernatural, like demonic possession, and really just brought it down to nothing and said it's nothing there. It's interesting because the devil's first line of defense is to convince you he doesn't actually exist. Because when you're reading the Bible and you're going through, Jesus doesn't talk, first of all, Yahweh, God, doesn't speak about Satan as a figure of speech. He doesn't talk about, there are certain parts of the Bible that say, like the spirit of the Antichrist. That is written in the Bible, that people can carry the spirit of the Antichrist. But it does very clearly paint that Satan, demons, even the Antichrist are very real. That demons are very real. That they're not figures of speech, metaphorical things, like how we say, like, oh, you don't have battling my demons. These creatures are very real. And to go, I'm not 100% sure about the entire demonology, like talking about what's the difference between a fallen angel and a demon, and all those things. That's a totally different show, and I'm going to have to research into it more. But it really shows about how our Western society has looked at it and said, these things can't be real. We are so technologically sophisticated and advanced, and we are so progressive that no, demons don't exist. That was all folklore. That was from biblical times back in the day before, and people were just stupid and ignorant and whatnot. And then you see these things actually happen. So what I want to do for the next clip I'm going to play here is actually talking about, we basically call ourselves a progressive society, and how this demon reacts to it. This is based off a TikTok video. I did take off a user. I'm probably going to find who this person is really fast, put him in the hashtag below, so you guys, or whatnot, give some credit to this person. But it's not because I follow this person, it's just because they so happened to post a video on when I was scrolling through and taking a look. So, here's from this user. I hope you enjoyed the clip.
Your side's not doing too well.
Do you really believe that, James?
Yeah. We've never been freer. Literacy is at an all-time high. We're working to eliminate racism, intolerance, gender inequality. People can love who they want, be who they want, do what they want. Diversity is no longer a dream. Hate speech is no longer tolerated. And politically, we're reclaiming the moral high ground.
James, I think I love you. Literacy, James. James, the average high school graduate reads at a 6th grade level. You have basketball players making $30 million a year decrying racism, all while wearing sneakers made from slave labor. Now, here's something for you. Right now, your world currently has 40 million slaves. More than the Romans had at the height of their empire. You want to know the best part, though? Half of those, are sex slaves, James. As for hate speech, well, you want to hear some irony? We didn't even come up with that one. You did it all by yourself. Sometimes you amaze even us.
I fail to see the humor.
Bottom line is you're done. It's over, that's it. And we did it all right to your face, James. And now there's evil everywhere. And no one even cares.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Proving that we achieved our goal. Slowly, with your movies, your TV, and your media, we desensitized you. Redirected your worldview to the point that you can't even recognize evil when it's right in front of your face.
What we see here is that he's right. A lot of this stuff is what we've deemed as perfectly fine. I think that our culture system coming out of Hollywood has been so corrupted. I mean, I watch old John Wayne movies, and the culture was incredible. I watched from the Walt Disney Company from 1955 on. It was incredible. But now we have celebrities who are more than willing to do satanic dancing around, and it is horrendously bad. Satan has taken over Hollywood and the media and all these different places. So, like nowadays, where we see a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is inclusive, diversity." I remember getting an email from Paradise Valley Community College because I took one class from there, and it was online, and I got an email. And in my other podcast, I'm going to be showing it to you guys, reading it, is about how they have equality, equity, inclusiveness, all these other things, these things that I know are satanic, because they don't really mean what they're saying. Now, again, I'm not for saying that inclusivity, diversity, and whatnot, all these different things aren't good. I don't believe in equity, because equity is the idea that we all end up the exact same at the end. No, I totally disagree with that. I think that if you work your tail off, and I think that if you do the right thing, and you follow the laws, and you follow the rules the way they're supposed to be followed, and you bust yourself, you should have better off life than the person who just sat on their butt and did nothing, who never followed the rules, who did nothing like that. That's why I'm a person about, as a conservative, I'm a person who says I'm for equal opportunity, but not equal outcome. Heck no to equal outcome. I think that everyone does have equal talent. Not everyone has equal talents, but everyone should have equal opportunity to develop their talents. Everyone should have the same starting point. Everyone. But not everyone's going to finish the same way. So when we see this in this Hollywood film, it's showing that the devil is the one who creates these things, and it's meant. And this guy's like, "Oh, it's so great," and he goes, "You don't even recognize how screwed over you are. You don't even see it. We have done such an effective job on you guys, on the human race, not Christians, but the human race. You can't even recognize evil when it's right in front of you." So it's absolutely astonishing to me. But this is a wonderful. This looks like a wonderful trailer, wonderful clip. I hope you all can enjoy the film. If you have a chance, go to IMDb or go to Rotten Tomatoes and write a really good review about it. Until next time, we meet again. May God richly bless y'all, my dearly beloved.